Hey there, everyone. So Lisa is in her own unique paradise this week. So we've got something really special for you. I'm Morgan.
I'm Anna.
I'm Lynnette.
And this is Professionals in Paradise.
So yeah, since Lisa couldn't be here with us tonight, we've got, something, I was about to say the next best thing, we've got something better because we've got Lisa's sister, Anna, and her mother, Lynnette, joining us from Colorado.
Hi.
We're so excited to have you on the show, Mom.
Thanks. I'm dog sitting for Lisa.
Yes. And you wanted to hop on because you are also, like me, an avid fan of this podcast.
Yeah, I listened to the podcast and I figured I'm the golden perspective.
We love it. And it's going to be so fun talking about the episode together. We just watched it all and
we love it. We have so much fun talking about this.
Lots to talk about this episode.
Oh my gosh.
All right, so let's hop into week 7.
Yes, let's do it.
Okay. So, I love the intro. Those animals as the characters.
That was a
Not
lot of
characters,
fun.
but,
I
yeah.
liked how they kind of mixed it up this week with the animals.
I feel like they chose the proper ones to match up with each either person or couple or whatever.
That was the best intro this show has ever had. They need to do animals all the time. Who doesn't love animals? Sean as the peacock.
Perfect.
That was perfect.
Couldn't be better.
I know. And I loved that they, first kind of went off theme showing Faith, but then I loved that they zoomed in on the horse and the horse was Kim. So Faith and her trusty steed.
Yep.
It's just
Very
too
cute.
clever.
And I loved Kathy as the rooster and Keith as the sloth.
That was pretty funny.
I couldn't stop laughing.
That was a good one. And then, who did they have? Oh, it was Brian and Parisa were parrots, and they kind of seemed to be tumbling around, fighting a bit, it seemed like to me.
And Alex's and Jonathan's, didn't one of them make the other one fall off the tree or something? It was just all sloppy. It was just very sloppy, just like them. Just very it resembled them very well.
Too funny. And then, of course, the Beatles that appeared to be mating were Jess and Spencer.
Yeah.
Which was fitting because they are just continuing to be too cute.
They're at that point.
Very into each
You
other.
know?
I could have done without that visual.
There.
And that's a golden perspective.
Yeah. And there were frogs. Who was that?
Oh, I think that was Jonathan and Leia.
Yeah,
maybe were
maybe.
the frogs.
Maybe.
Yeah,
I can't remember.
I didn't catch everyone, but
Yeah, there was cute ones.
Hard to keep up.
yes, yes.
Absolutely.
But yeah, so much fun.
Yeah.
So we wake up in paradise and we see Brian and Parisa. They're working out together.
We see
Fitness
Alex
junkie.
giving Andrew French lessons, and that was
yes.
cute.
Very sweet. I like watching their connection grow.
I like them.
Yeah.
And then we also see Kim. Looks like he needs to have a serious talk with Faith. What did you think about this, Anna?
Okay, so I realized that Kim might be leaving, or I thought he was gonna say something I'm gonna head out, or this just isn't but I at the same time I was just well, why, for what reason, except for his health condition. So then it leads into that it is about his health condition when he finally pulls her aside, and it's his heart rate. Mm-hmm. And he had the EKG, and then he had his second one, I believe they said. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, that was good news. But she was upset, right?
She got very emotional, which I don't know. To me, it seems like they've made a genuine connection, but this is kind of maybe jumping ahead. But there's a lot of the other folks on the beach are kind of questioning, like, whether this is a genuine connection from both sides. Like, whether Faith's really into it, whether Kim is being authentic. I don't know.
There's so many people questioning it.
Yeah.
It's very confusing to me.
I was surprised.
I don't know why there's so many people who are feeling that same way.
Yeah, well, it seems like something is blossoming. So, time will tell. But he went to the hospital to be checked out, and he came back saying that everything was great, and that was like, a week ago or something? And so he said everything was great, and then now this. So it's a little bit alarming what his health condition is. And now he's saying everything is great again. So,
Well,
I don't know. I think something's going on.
fair enough. Like maybe he's not trying to make it so concerning or something.
I don't know. I think, there may be some kind of underlying serious problem with him.
Yeah.
So maybe Faith has reason, although she probably wasn't on the beach when he was taken away the first time. So we'll see what happens with their
right, but
relationship.
it's cute because he gets like a little cheeky with it, and he's all but my heart rate's all out of whack because of Faith here. He's like they're all gonna blame you. That was cute.
He's making light of it.
Absolutely.
Yeah, but no, hopefully he's doing okay, because
Yeah.
it does seem serious.
Yeah.
Have a good sense of humor.
Yes.
Yeah, but it's good. He's got the heart monitor. They've got it under control for now.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, pretty shortly after this, I think we learn that they're gonna have their next relationship test. Hannah and Wells come in to announce this next compatibility test.
Yep.
Okay,
Yeah.
question for both of you before we get into that. Hannah Brown is a big hitter, but I feel like they've been barely using her in the show.
I agree. You think they're using Wells more?
Maybe Hannah Brown's not saying as many interesting things. I don't know, because we're seeing a lot more clips of Wells' reactions than we are of Hannah throughout the whole season.
They're definitely taking it on together now. It's definitely become sort of somewhat of a dual job. They come in together a lot. I feel he's out at the bar, she's out at the bar. They're kind of hand in hand, but their personalities are different. And they do bring different things to the table. Wells has been there a while. He's just he that's what he does. He does that pillow talk almost with the people at the bar though. He gets into their stuff and he doesn't mind doing that. But then Hannah Brown is a little more just kind of on the back burner. Yeah.
Yeah, we kind of haven't seen Hannah a lot. And I was wondering what's up with the way they're dressed. When they came out, that's what I noticed. And it kind of reminded me of when my kids were little, and it brought back are they dressing them Saved by the Bell or
90s style?
Yeah. Or
it's coming back, the 90s.
Hannah Brown does look like she's wearing a Girl Scout outfit a lot, a jumper or those high-waisted pants and her polo shirt.
Yeah. Or maybe
she's on safari.
Or something like that, or maybe a cruise ship, director, and outfits that match. And that was my first thought.
Yeah, no, the outfits are an odd choice.
Yeah.
They look like they're they're at camp. Yeah. They're camp counselors.
Yes. Precisely.
We're at a resort.
Yeah. They look like they're in one of those 80s Friday the 13th or something.
Why don't you we dress them kind
Camp
of more
Crystal Lake.
like sophisticated. Like,
Yeah. Like, let's play this game now.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh God. So
I
the,
think they were just trying to give her more airtime.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
possibly. She's not a bad choice though.
No.
She brings some spunk. She's cute, and everybody loves her in Bachelor Nation. So it's like, why not? So yeah, the relationship test, and they bring up the secret rendezvous in the secret garden, and it's gonna be like Jesse announces. It's gonna be like this top compatibility test. Like who's gonna be, you know, I don't know. There's some
5 questions.
yeah, there's some things to this test though. There's 5 questions.
Yeah, we didn't get to see, I guess, most of the questions because I think it was like, okay, if you get 5 questions matched with someone else, then that is going to mean that you guys will get the opportunity to meet up and decide if you want to have a secret rendezvous. But yeah, we got to see like a few of the first matching questions, and I mean, honestly, these seem like pretty silly questions that we got to see of, okay, is this really telling us very much about how compatible,
Right.
like the longevity of this type of compatibility?
Like we have
yeah.
Dale and Dale and Kat are like they match for, you know, what kind of role play like they
Right.
do.
Yeah.
Big deal.
Right. And
Favorite role play characters, boss and secretary. You know.
Robin and Batman, that was Alex.
Alex, we love her.
I still-
Me and
yeah.
Morgan just
There is some things that happen later in this episode
yeah.
that made me question Alex a little bit.
same girl, same.
But we'll get to it.
But you know, yeah, she just has a good. She is kind of funny.
yeah.
Quirky.
Yeah.
But anyway, so these mutual. Okay, so like anyone who gets a mutual match on these questions gets to find out. Like they're brought together, correct? At the end to be like, okay, you both matched up your
Right.
questions.
Right. If they had like a certain number of questions that matched, then they get to find out about that and
Sure.
meet
And
in secret.
meet in secret. That's where they get to choose if they want a rendezvous or not, right?
Yeah.
You know what would have been really great? If someone had matched question number 2, best time of day to have sex, 10 p.m. Wouldn't that have been hilarious if someone else said 10 p.m.?
I love it. Who said 3 a.m.? Was that Kathy?
Oh, I think it was Faith. I know. I was like,
Oh, and Kim. Captain Kim said anytime.
anytime.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, I think Spencer said 10 p.m. Oh my gosh.
And then so, you know, we had like a few matches. They all end up meeting, like those people who ended up matching meet in that little back area, whatever. And they're like, all of them are just like kind of like making light, like, we're not going to rendezvous tonight.
Yeah.
Like, you know.
No, that was
Nobody would.
No, that was interesting. Like almost everyone is like pretty locked in, whether it's because they have a strong match or because they're playing the game and they don't want to like show themselves to be
Immoral?
immoral,
disloyal.
deceitful, not loyal.
Yeah, like whatever
yeah.
you want to, whichever word you want to throw in there.
Yeah, it was interesting. But we also found out technically the winner of this like secret garden game was the couple, sort of the pre-selected couples that they're already in.
Yeah.
Which of those couples got the most compatibility questions synced up? And to everybody's surprise, what did you guys think about this? That it was Jonathan and Leia.
Unbelievable.
I think we were surprised. I think everyone in the villa on the island was surprised.
Yeah. I mean, it just goes to show that this compatibility test really doesn't measure much.
Right.
No.
This is just production value, right?
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
at
The
this
setup,
point.
I appreciated the setup, kind of that circular I don't know,
Yes.
structure they were around, and they all had their headphones on, and they seemed to be dancing around in between.
100%. I know. I wonder what music they were listening to.
I think I heard somebody, maybe it was Leia, say something of like, oh, like, this is so nice listening to music. I was like, oh my gosh, do they not let them listen to music while they're there?
I guarantee they probably have no media access,
gosh.
TV, music, any entertainment.
That's rough.
I mean,
Anna's probably right. Yeah, Anna's right. Production value only.
Yeah.
That's all it was. Entertainment.
like we said in past episodes, or like I've heard in past episodes, they're trying to make this like other dating / game shows these days.
Yeah.
Trying to keep up. I don't know if it's going to work for them or not.
Yeah. So the one couple that had been a match and were given this secret rendezvous option, at least one side of the couple, Brian and Bailey, Brian was really pushing it. He was telling Bailey, consider it.
Yes.
Why don't we meet up?
Confused.
Yeah, she was like, no.
Uh-huh. And I think as the audience, we're all supposed to understand at that point why he's doing that. But my brain completely blanked out and I was like, what? Why is Brian dipping out? And why is he interested in Bailey? I was just like, where is this coming from? Completely forgot about the other circumstances that were leading into this.
She just thinks he's a creeper.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
She's just like, what?
At this point, it's understandable.
That would be so weird if that was the situation. So
It would. Like, oh, you're dating my friend. Like, no.
like
and
what?
I'm dating your friend. No.
Right.
But
Right. And we're all here together. So no.
Yeah.
So she's very she pushes that idea kind of to the side after he's like, okay, consider it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And then Leia and Jonathan have like a convo about their feelings, right?
Yeah. I mean, this seemed inevitable that they needed to have a discussion. The way things ended last week, very much her being like, caught so off guard about like not knowing that he really felt like she was strictly in the friend zone and finding that out from everyone else.
Right.
And so she's, confronting him like, just be upfront with me. I'm cool with that if you just tell me what's going on, how you're feeling. He says again, maybe things could change. He keeps the door cracked.
Jonathan's
Either he's in denial or on another planet.
Jonathan's gray area is Leia's emotionally unavailable.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, I think he just wants to stick around and try to win.
Yeah, he's a player.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So they're like, we ended it. They're like, we're ending this on, like, they ended it on a friend zone, on a civil note.
Yeah.
But then go on to say,
They're in it to win it.
take it all the way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Verbatim.
I think they want to win the money. I think they want to, like, strategize their way
Yes.
to the money.
That's all they care about now.
They said it in so many words.
Take it all the way.
They're there for the money.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, we shall see. We shall see what happens. I mean, yeah, I don't know.
They could do it.
I mean, they could. I just don't know how long they're going to stick around because it does seem like some of the couples, it's interesting, like the different strategies they're talking about later on in the episode of like, oh, should we be getting rid of couples that are just friends like Keith and Kathy because they're not a love match? Should we be getting rid of the really strong couples like Jess and Spencer because they're more of a threat? So it's I don't know which way the tide is gonna go with that.
Well, there's so many of them in that mindset now.
Yeah.
And a lot of them are saying, I don't care about the money. Majority of them saying that are the Goldens.
There are some,
which
though,
is...
yeah, that really do seem... hyper focused on the money now.
Yeah, it's changed the intentions for sure.
Yeah, well, you just have to wait and see how the game plays out. Because it changes minute by minute.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Yeah. So, so now we're in the evening, and we see Brian. He is, he's waiting for Bailey at their secret rendezvous spot. He's popped the champagne.
He's kicking back. He's just, doing anything to pass the time till Bailey gets there.
Yeah, doing everything but howling at the moon.
Yeah, looking at the fire, looking at the moon, looking at the fire, looking at the moon.
And, she doesn't show.
No, so then we flash to see where she is. She's inside talking to Parisa.
Painting her nails. And we watch her painting her nails and painting her nails and painting her nails.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Brian's waiting because he has something that he needs to do. He is waiting to do the right thing.
I know. So this is the biggest drama of the episode for sure. So I think we're gonna be talking about it a lot. But so yeah, the big question is Brian sharing this information? Does he want to share this information with Bailey because he genuinely cares about her and wants her to have like a full picture of what she's getting into by being with Jeremy? Or is he trying to use information to make it like weaken other couples so that he has a better chance of going further? Or is it something in between?
That's the question.
That's
the question.
Yeah.
You can't really see what is in another person's mind. And I'm not really a fan of Brian's.
No.
But from what I can just see and what they're showing me, I mean, it just really seems like when it comes to Bailey, his heart is in the right place.
No, I tend to agree with you. I completely agree. Brian, not my favorite person. One of my least favorite people in paradise. Yeah. But yeah, it does seem like he really cares about Bailey as a friend, and that he's been sort of waiting and trying to figure out a good time to tell her this, waiting to see if Jeremy's gonna tell her.
Yeah.
Nobody's telling her.
Right.
The longer this goes on, the worse it's gonna be later on for her.
Right. And it's hurting his chest. It's hurting his heart. And he's waiting and waiting and waiting, and Jeremy just doesn't come clean, and he doesn't come clean, and he doesn't come clean.
Right.
And how long can he wait?
Right. And as we get later into the episode, you also see, I'm sorry, Jeremy's well, I can't. We'll get into it later. It's too much. It's too much.
No. So, yeah. So at this point, we're seeing some of these dynamics of, Bailey's talking with Parisa. Somebody wants to meet me, but she doesn't tell Parisa who. But Parisa is also on edge because things haven't been great between her and Brian. So she asked Brian, hey, were you asking Bailey to rendezvous? Sounds like somebody's been trying to get Bailey to rendezvous with her. And at that point, Brian tells Parisa, I wasn't trying to rendezvous with her for romantic reasons. I was just trying to give her the 411 about Jeremy and Susie. And Parisa's like, oh, okay, that makes sense. So...
Right.
So we get that. We get that information.
Yeah. Because Bailey really didn't want to tell her because she was thinking, oh, God,
she doesn't want to
I don't want to hurt my friend. Yeah.
No.
Yeah. And so she insinuates it. Mm-hmm. But then Parisa's okay. She eventually, yes. And then she talks to Brian. Then we see Bailey does she dips out on that conversation or not yet?
So at this point, I think at this
like
point in the
Alex
episode, we
comes in,
haven't
right?
quite gotten to, the conversation
With Alex.
between Brian and Bailey. But let's. Oh, go ahead, Lynnette.
Well, Bailey goes to talk to Jeremy.
That's what I thought.
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
So Bailey wakes Jeremy up from his nap.
Yes.
He is distraught.
I think it's like a 20-year sleep that he's in. Everyone else is awake.
I know, he's just like.
He looks like he's just like woken up out of like a hibernation or something.
God.
Anyway, that's probably how I look like when I wake up too from a nap, but whatever.
Oh my goodness.
Anyway, he
It's like,
wakes up and he's like, "What's going on?" And Bailey's crying.
Or not yet.
This is not yet.
This
Okay.
is before. So before Bailey even goes to talk to Brian, she wakes up Jeremy. Or maybe he hasn't gone to sleep yet. I forget.
he's asleep.
He's asleep. Okay, so this is the first time she wakes him up.
Okay.
And she tells him, hey, I just want to give you a heads up because I don't want you to think I'm like sneaking around and rendezvousing with anybody. But I just wanted to tell you, Brian asked me to go rendezvous. And Jeremy's like, what? And then Jeremy, of course, is like, oh, like, we have to get rid of this guy.
Because he's already thinking,
I think
what's
he is.
gonna go on? Because he knows he's in trouble, and so he's just like waiting for like someone to just like rat him out. Because I mean, even though I don't know,
Well, Bailey says she thinks that we should send him home.
Well, Jeremy suggests to send Brian home, but Bailey does not disagree.
I think Bailey...
Oh, does she agree?
Bailey suggests,
Oh.
And Jeremy's like, oh, yes, we should.
Yeah.
So,
right.
And that Brian needs to focus on Parisa.
Oh, yeah. Okay, now I'm remembering all this. Yeah. They're like, what is up with Brian wanting to, like, rendezvous, like, in secret with, and without telling us? And then, so they think his intentions are all bad right now. They think, like, oh, you want to go hook up with another girl that's your friend's friend.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, and at least Bailey does for sure. Jeremy, in his mind, probably...
He knows.
Is seeing the writing on the wall.
He's so scared.
He has to.
He's sitting in...
The week before, Brian and Jeremy were sort of threatening each other without threatening each other.
Exactly.
Right.
They've
So they
been
have
in
to
this
know
tiff.
what's going on.
It's been a back and forth.
Yeah.
And so, again...
A continuous back
I
and
guess
forth.
this is where, like, I can understand some of the people in Paradise questioning Brian's motives.
Oh.
Here. But, like, I can understand where they're coming from. Like, you're just, like, waiting to use information against Jeremy because you're just, trying to get rid of him. But it really does feel like Brian's coming from a good place.
This came after the money announcement also, and so we don't know exactly how long, but like we know how Paradise works and the time. So it probably had to have happened pretty soon.
Yeah.
After the money was announced, and they're like, "What's up with that?"
But you know what really confounds me is how all of these women, like Kat, are defending Jeremy.
I know.
Would they want to be in Bailey's place?
This
I do
whole
not understand
episode
that.
just drives me insane
Yeah. I mean...
for that reason.
Yeah, we'll get into it more. But
will.
there's multiple of the women who I didn't realize or had forgotten were aware of what Jeremy had said. I think it just slowly was making its way through the grapevine because Jeremy had shared with so many of these guys.
Oh boy.
And then the guys inevitably shared with their special someones. And so it was like making its way around, but it had not gotten back to Bailey yet. And that just feels so terrible to know that like your friends know about this and nobody has shared it with you yet.
It's like everyone knew.
I can't. Yeah, but we'll get into that later because that's just like
No.
it's just like it's just such a big deal.
Yeah.
And it really is such a big part of this episode.
I mean, just from my age perspective,
Mm-hmm.
sometimes this show, just to be real, makes me sick, and I still watch it.
It's like the train wreck. You can't stop watching.
You know?
Yeah. Oh, man. Well, a little break from the drama.
Yeah.
We get to see Jess and Spencer sweetly sitting by the pool. And it sounded like they were talking about their own childhoods and then kind of daydreaming about what they might want to do with their families and their own kids in the future. Oh, just really, really cute.
So cute. They are very sweet together. Morgan loves them.
They are so cheesy.
They really are. They're just like an
blissful.
old married couple already.
Blissful and cheesy.
Yeah, very, very sweet.
Yeah, they have. I wonder how they feel about the prize. I mean, I know they've maybe like mentioned, like, you know, are we in danger because we're such a strong couple? But that's pretty much all they've said about it. And then you haven't heard them strategizing really or anything. So I just don't know where they're at.
But Jess did say something this episode of, you know, mostly just, it seems like they're really just so happy to, like, have found each other.
Yeah.
Because she did say, like, oh, like, just so grateful for this. And also, now that the money's involved, she said something like, this could be a really great, like, way to start, like, our nest egg for the future and, like, build a future together.
Yes.
So, but for them, it really just feels like a cherry on top. It doesn't feel like the main focus.
Yeah.
It feels like that could be so cool for us.
Right, because
like,
that's something we need anyway if we're going to be a
couple-focused.
couple in the future. Right.
Spencer was talking about four-wheelers and, you know, things like that. So, I mean, you need money for all that stuff.
Sure.
Yeah, totally. So, I think they like the idea of being the winners.
And, you know, okay, so earlier we saw when Kim was pulling Faith, we forgot to mention their serious make-out before Kim mentioned why he was pulling her, and she was all concerned, you know? And that was like, ooh, that was spicy.
Yes.
Like, she, like, pulled him in, and then we see it again, like, later on at the bar at night. They're so into each other.
Right, and that's what I was thinking. But then Kathy is off stage left, like, questioning Kim.
With Kat and Dale, they're all, like,
Kat
talking.
and Dale, they're all questioning them.
Yeah, Kathy's in the peanut gallery, like, talking about he's so handsy with all the women, like Leslie and April and now Faith. But, you know, I mean, Kim wasn't always my favorite either, kind of like Brian. Like, he was very...
slow to warm.
Well, he was very blunt with
April.
Was it April?
That's why I don't know why Kathy was saying he's been hands-on with everyone, including April. He was talking crap to April.
Yeah.
I'm like, he wasn't hands-on with everyone.
Yeah.
What does she talk? Kathy doesn't.
Yeah. Well, you know what she means, but
Yeah,
at least I know what she means. But yeah, so Kim hasn't really always been, you know, my favorite Golden.
How come? Just
You know, because he was so blunt with April.
that moment turned.
Yeah, but you know, people say
you off to
things.
him.
I mean, I've said things to people that I regret. So, you know, it could have been one of those type things. But he seems to be genuine with Faith.
Yeah.
So, you know, I'm kind of turning my thoughts around and kind of taking a liking to this couple.
Kind of like with Brian, too.
Yeah.
You know, just like how you said. We started off not liking these people.
Kind of rooting for them. Kind of
Right.
rooting for Faith and Kim. So
Sure. They seem so cute. And everyone literally is just saying, though, I don't think this is real. So I think people are thinking that they are playing the game or something. I'm not sure where that's coming
but
from.
having said that, I do love Kathy. I mean,
Do you?
she is like...
She's not too blunt for you?
She is blunt, but, you know, she just states her feelings. She doesn't hide anything. She's just out there. You know what she's thinking.
Yeah. She's fun to watch.
Yeah, she is. And I like Keith.
It's a big personality.
Yeah.
He doesn't seem as big of a personality, but they probably balance each other out that way.
Yeah. I mean, I think they're good.
Good friends.
They are good friends.
BFF.
That's fine.
Yeah.
At their age, that's fine.
Totally. No, I know. I would love to be a fly on the wall for more of their conversations too.
Sure.
Because they do seem, the moments we see of them, like they do appear to have like a really good rapport with each other and just like an understanding and comfortability.
Were they friends before this?
I don't think so, but I'm not sure.
Oh. So I'm like, where did that form? And all of a sudden, it's just like they're so like close.
It's day 13 or 14 in Paradise, which is like a year in Bachelor land.
How could I forget?
Or in Golden Land.
Sure.
Yes, things move fast.
Right.
So, I thought this was cute. So we were, Spencer and Jess are hanging out by the pool, and then we see Bailey join them, and it was fun. They were kind of teasing each other of, Jess, Spencer and Bailey, we matched in the Secret Garden game. Maybe we need to have a rendezvous.
And they're like, oh, it's happening right now, and you're third wheeling as we speak. They seem like good friends.
Yeah, definitely.
Good.
Okay, so this is when Brian finally is able to come in and see if Bailey's willing to talk with him.
Sure. He calls her for a chat. Mm-hmm. She accepts.
Mm-hmm. And they have their chat.
Yeah, he seems a little bit at first like hesitant, or when it comes down to it, like, do I want to, like, I know this is gonna hurt her.
Yeah.
But Bailey convinces him. She's like, sounds like you have something to share.
Yeah. Sure.
Please share it. It's better to know now than later.
Yeah.
So he essentially spills everything that has been shared with him over the last week or two.
Right. He pretty much says, like, okay. Jeremy says he made the wrong decision. Jeremy called Susie. Mm-hmm. Jeremy said if he were to see Susie again, or if she were to come back or something like that he would propose to her. Mm-hmm. Those were the three main points, I believe, he stated to her and felt like she needed to know.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
And ultimately, as we see later on and throughout the episode, there's a lot of people that knew about different things that Jeremy had been saying. But it really does seem like Brian knew the most. Like, some people were aware that Jeremy had made this phone call to Susie that had made its way around the grapevine. But not everybody knew what Jeremy had said about that he would propose to Susie on the spot.
He said it to Brian.
He said it directly to Brian.
Yeah.
Mm.
And so Brian really did seem like the person best suited to talk to Bailey. He had the most information. I don't know. And as like we heard from Alex, like, I kind of forgot that Alex even knew about some of the things that Jeremy had said, and it made me feel disappointed in Alex, my queen.
Oh, God,
I love her so much. But she's really good friends with Bailey, we've seen. In her interview, she was saying, well, I'm also close with Jeremy, and I can understand the conflict for her of, okay, like, I also really see how much Jeremy and Bailey like each other. So maybe this thing of calling Susie was kind of a blip, and I don't want to ruin something good.
Yeah, she didn't want to rock the boat.
Yeah.
It didn't want to be on her. She didn't want it to be on her. But, like, how does she know about
the phone call?
it?
I think she said Jeremy told her. That's we hear later in the episode that Jeremy told Alex that he had called Susie. It was the same night that Bailey was on the date with Andrew. But it seems like Alex only knew about the phone call. I don't think she knew about all these other things that Jeremy was saying.
No, because Brian heard it from Jeremy's lips to Brian's ears.
Exactly.
Right. And so he was able to tell it verbatim. But it surprises me so much that, where was I thinking? No, it just surprises me so much that Alex knows about it. Mm-hmm. And then, I don't know. That just surprised me a lot.
Right. She just said she didn't want to backstab her friend. I mean, it's a tough position to be in. Yeah. But
okay, I get that.
I mean, also, when a woman is your friend, you also, what do you want to know?
I was thinking that so much. I was like, okay, girl code. What happened to girl code? And then later on in the episode, they're talking about bro code. And I'm like, well, whatever happened to the girl code?
Right. Well, and it's like, okay, if Alex, and I'm just going to focus on Alex because I feel like her and Bailey were friends, and I really like Alex and respect Alex. Mm-hmm. So if Alex, even if it is she only knew about Jeremy told me he called Susie, it seems like it would just be best for her to, tell Jeremy, hey, you need to tell Bailey this, which it sounds like she did. I think she said, I told Jeremy he should tell Bailey. But Jeremy's not telling Bailey. So if he doesn't tell Bailey within a day or two, girl, why don't you just go let Bailey know, say hey, I don't know if this is a huge deal, but I just want you to know so that you can just nip it in the bud, address it with Jeremy right now so that if it is an issue, okay, you guys can say goodbye, or you guys can talk through it and work through it. But it's better to do it now than let poor Bailey just keep going, and then she's gonna watch it back later and just feel worse.
It was not a good decision on Alex's part, but I mean, I guess she made the choice she felt like she needed to in the moment.
Well, what you could do is give Jeremy an ultimatum and say, look, either you tell him or I'm going to tell him.
Yeah, because that's my friend.
And it's always better to go to the person, at the base of the problem, which would be Jeremy, and give him the opportunity and talk to him first.
Sure, he's the source.
Yeah, it's like, a work problem. You don't go to the boss first and talk to the boss. You go to the person you're having the problem with and talk to them first before you go higher up
if you need
on the ladder.
Yeah.
But,
True.
Yeah. And I guess, I don't want to defend the Paradise Mob, but it seems like everybody later on, when they are all so upset with Brian for being the one to go talk to Bailey, they're upset, this isn't your relationship. Why are you inserting yourself in this relationship? On one hand, I get that.
I do too, Morgan. I do too.
I can
respect that as well.
But...
keep your business in your own.
Maybe Brian should have, you're saying, Lynnette. Maybe Brian should have been hey, Jeremy, this has gone far enough.
Yeah.
You need to talk to Bailey, or I'm going to, because it's, eating me up inside that she doesn't know about this, and nobody's told her yet. And it just, and
that's nobody's fault for it eating them up inside if they're close with that person and they know. It's I feel like you should be able to say, I'm really going to have to tell this person if you are not, because this is really affecting me and, the way my day-to-day is.
It doesn't feel good to keep secrets from anybody.
No, especially a good friend.
No, but every day was going by and nothing was happening.
Right. So at that point, it's
how many days can you let go by? And the rose ceremony was coming up again.
Yeah.
Right.
So it's obvious that Jeremy had no plans to let his secret out. No plans whatsoever. No. And yet the angry mob was coming at Brian. Saying, guess what? Jeremy was going to tell Bailey any minute. It's like,
No.
what did you know?
Like, how else did they think she was going to find out? Or how else did they think this was going to be resolved? Anyway.
Oh, and poor Bailey.
So Bailey.
This news breaks her.
She is so hurt. She's saying she's so hurt. Doesn't she go wake him up again after this?
She does. She goes to wake him up again. And she feels hurt by Jeremy.
Yes.
She also feels hurt knowing that a bunch of people know.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. Because on top of the things I mentioned, that was the fourth important note he needed to say to her, Brian, when he was telling Bailey, he was like, half of the people know, by the way.
Right.
So now that she's sitting with that information, she is bawling.
She's bawling. Well, just in the last episode, or maybe the one before, Bailey was telling us that she could see herself like saying the L word to Jeremy.
Oh.
She could see herself getting engaged to Jeremy. Like, she's feeling very, again, it's a sped up process. It's a little bit wild, but they're spending all day, every day together. She's like, I'm ready to get engaged at the end of this.
She was so
she's been saying that
ready.
for a long time.
Yeah.
And it was so hurtful to see how they were saying completely different things. Like, wow, oh no, they're not even on a different page. They're in a different book.
Yeah.
It felt like.
No, totally.
That's what it felt like.
And she wakes him up again. And she says, I just want to know, did you call Susie?
Yeah.
And he says, yes. He admits it.
Yeah.
But he doesn't care about Susie. He wants to be with Bailey.
Yeah.
And I should have told you sooner. And then he goes back under the covers.
He goes back to sleep. She is saying things about, like, that she wants to leave.
She wants to go home.
That she's, like, feels, like, terrible. And, he gets back in bed. I was like, what?
Does that
It might be the editing, but it was pretty wild to see.
I couldn't believe what I was seeing.
Oh, my gosh. I don't know.
Walk away.
Oh my gosh. I don't know if either of you noticed, at this point, the music to me started sounding like White Lotus music.
Oh my god, I don't watch that show, but Lisa's always telling me. She's always trying to get me to watch it.
Such a good show. I feel like especially the first and second season. But yeah, the music is very dramatic in that show.
Okay.
And it's kind of like... Dun, 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 dun. No, I'm not doing it justice, but it just kind of sounds like menacing and dramatic.
I
And,
haven't seen it either. But yeah.
Like the way, like the
They
crescendo
really
and
get
the
you in the heartstrings.
decrescendo.
yes.
Lots of
Oh
that.
my goodness. So now the mob sets in.
Oh my gosh. Brian is lying to everyone and laughing it off.
Okay, so
He's so worried. He's so worried and just laughing, and Dale is confronting him and says, dude, you have too much integrity to do something like that. I knew it. Integrity?
that had me
I
laughing.
think that Dale was really just trying to get him to cave, and I think in a way he might have been, like, he was sort of being, like, ironic, like, you don't have integrity, but he was, like, trying to spin it and get him to cave and feel bad for lying.
Reverse psychology.
Yes, I think he was trying to reverse psychology him, but, oh my gosh.
Okay, so they're all saying, like, Brian might have this huge bullseye on his back now. Or Parissa's saying that more so, because she's like, I'm in a couple with him. So now we both have a bullseye on our back.
Yeah. But yeah, they're all asking. Alex is asking Brian, hey, how did it go? And he's just completely downplaying what the conversation was about. He doesn't want anybody to know. He doesn't want...
He denies telling Bailey.
Yeah, he denies he's just like, oh, I was talking to Bailey about Parisa. That's his story, and he's sticking to it.
Like, he'd rather everyone think he was actually having a secret rendezvous than, like, actually just, like, telling this girl what's going on.
Yeah.
But right in front of her face, practically.
At this point, go ahead, Lynnette.
Did I skip something? Did I skip the next morning?
We're not at the next morning.
No, we're not there.
Oh, okay.
Because Alex also goes to find Bailey because she's worried about her after she knows that she had this conversation with Brian. And poor Bailey is in the room. She's crying. She's packing. Alex is trying to console her.
Convince her to stay.
That everybody loves her. Alex is honest with Bailey. She tells her, I did know about this, that Jeremy called Susie.
Yeah.
But I didn't want to, like, cause issues between you guys because I also knew how much Jeremy was into you. So she is feeling bad about it. But that Bailey asks her, did you know that he said something about proposing to Susie? Alex did not know about that.
Alex didn't know about that. I genuinely don't think she knew that.
No.
Yeah. Bailey doesn't, she doesn't know whether she wants to leave or not now.
Yeah.
She's really questioning it. She doesn't know what to believe. A lot of people, like, don't know the full truth, so she's just not getting the full truth.
Yeah.
You know, because...
At this point, we also see Jeremy comes out shirtless to the bar and is, like, chatting with Dale, trying to figure out what's going on.
Jeremy gives me a headache.
I agree. He's one of my least favorite people in Paradise.
I agree.
I feel like you and Lisa knew. Like, you guys started out, and, like, I feel like you were always, like, not, like, vibing with him, but, like, and you would, like, mention it here and there, but it was always, like, the focus was Brian, you know?
Yeah.
We don't, like, no one likes Brian, right? We all really despise Brian. And then, like, a couple episodes, or was it just last episode where, like, it completely flipped, and now Jeremy is just, like, the new Brian.
Neither of them are my favorite.
No.
Yeah, from the beginning, I remember Jeremy nor
You
Brian.
too?
Yeah,
With Jeremy?
Yeah,
I
neither
never,
of
like,
them.
saw anything really, really wrong with him, but then, like, was at the beginning, wasn't he choosing between Bailey and someone else? Jeremy?
Jeremy.
He's always been
In the
a
first few
player.
episodes?
He's always been, I think, wanting to keep things open.
Yeah.
But he got
Who
a
was
rude
it with,
awakening. Well, it was
with
Bailey and then it was Susie. But during the, like, kissing game, I think he was swiping right on, like, everyone. Like, I want to try to kiss everyone. And nobody swiped right on him except for Bailey. So I think that was kind of a wake-up call of, like, hey, dude, you are lucky to have Bailey.
Oh, no. So that just fell into his lap almost, kind of.
I mean, they were already connecting. They were
Okay.
already connected. But
Wow.
Anywho.
Wow.
And then the night ends with him just going back to bed. He doesn't even go and try to find, at least from what we were shown, he doesn't even try to go find Bailey and, like, talk with her more. He just goes back to bed.
No, and you know what really struck me?
What?
He said he didn't think it was a big deal, the phone call to Susie.
Ooh.
And that's why he didn't tell her.
That's a lie. If it wasn't a big deal, then why didn't it come up in passing? Like, if, of course, it was a big deal.
Of course.
You're calling a woman to come back that
Right.
has left the building?
Why omit something so big?
And also, you told your roommate that you would propose to her if she came back.
And on camera.
And you told
I'm
your
not wanting it.
roommate that you made a mistake.
Oof.
I mean,
this guy is messy.
That was not a big deal? In what world is that not a big deal?
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, Mom.
Not the world we live in.
No, it's a big deal, Jeremy.
Yeah.
It's a big deal.
Yeah.
So to Bailey.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, he's not Bailey, so I guess it doesn't matter to him.
Goodness.
So, okay, so then we have the cocktail party, right?
Well, no,
Or
now
not
we're
yet.
waking up
Oh, my
next
bad.
morning.
No. Oh, God. No, I totally missed a whole section.
Day
Sorry.
14.
Yep.
2 weeks.
Wow.
2 weeks. All this has
A whole
happened.
2 weeks.
So we see Parisa and Brian playing a little soccer on the beach with a coconut.
Aww.
She says something about that she played soccer in college.
Oh.
That's impressive.
Yeah, no wonder she looked so good at it. And,
She
like,
was-
natural.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then Jeremy says something about that he regrets not telling Bailey. And we see Bailey is still here.
Yeah.
Yes. I mean, he literally admitted, Jeremy, one thing I can, like, you know, give him props to is, like, he admitted to playing both sides at first. But he's like, but I really do like her now. So I don't know if he really does. I don't know how he actually feels about Susie at this point
I think
versus
he likes,
Bailey.
I do think he likes Bailey.
I think so, too.
But I don't think he's, like, serious enough, like, to be, like, thinking about getting engaged to him.
I don't
He was
that
like,
for a second.
he was like, it just made me think of what he was like. It was like a whole 8 days earlier that like the phone call was.
happened.
It was already 8 days ago, and my boyfriend's sitting over here like, what? Like, what do you mean it just happened?
No.
Okay, so the next morning, Bailey is still here, like you just said, Morgan. But Jeremy denies his proposal comment.
Yeah.
He denies it.
That was wild.
That little creep.
Dude, it's on camera. Like, what are you doing?
This guy does not understand. Like,
If he is saying this type of stuff to a woman, knowing he's being filmed, knowing he's being recorded, like, how does he act in the real world? What does he tell women? Like, what kinds of lies is he spewing when he's not being filmed?
Woo!
He says,
Woo!
he says paradise is like a game of operator. I mean, yeah. Just watch the TV back, Bailey, and you'll see what kind of game of operator.
Yo,
it
he
is.
also covers up his camera with like his shirt in this episode. Like, just like stop filming me, like with like as if he's like upset or something. Like, you are here. You are being recorded and filmed, and you don't have a choice because you've chosen to be here.
Okay. I'm gonna admit this. He may have had some drinks on the night that he said he wanted to propose to Susie.
Okay.
But when I think of people drinking, that's kind of, to me, like truth serum. You kind of say what you're really thinking when you're drinking.
Ooh,
Right.
that rhymes.
It does rhyme.
And it's true.
And it's true.
Yeah.
And so the truth comes out.
Right. Yeah. And I mean, gosh, like, it's really sad to just see him continue to lie to Bailey.
Ooh, I am feeling horrible for Bailey at this point. I'm just like, how did everyone know? How is he denying this? How is this her situation right now?
This is her option. They both say they want it to work. Bailey says something where I think she's trying to signal to the viewers at home, because I think she's like aware, okay, I'm on TV. People are going to be judging me for my actions if I take Jeremy back right now. So she says something of like, okay, like, I'm the type of person, like, I forgive, but I don't forget. So she's like, okay, I'm going to give you a second chance, Jeremy. And she says something about, you know, in this world of paradise, she might even be giving a little bit more grace than she would in the real world.
Yeah, she did say that.
I think just given probably the sped up process, given that they're in this weird space where there is a lot of like interdating, and given that it's a competition and there's money on the line. So I think she is very aware that, like, okay, in real life, I might not put up with this, but, you know, it's paradise. this is my option now, and
She's
I'm
there.
gonna play the hand I've been dealt.
Yes. And that's totally reasonable.
Yeah.
You know, and good for her.
Yeah. He's a loser.
Yes.
And they might be after the money now.
Ugh. Yeah, right. I think Bailey's very aware, like, okay, this isn't somebody I'm gonna get engaged to.
Sure.
Right, because I just can't see a woman forgiving a man that easily.
No.
I mean, after all that she found out that he did, and the way she was feeling the night before, and after learning what he just did, no. How could you want to be with him? Mm-hmm. So either all those morning kisses are just fake, or she's stupid, or she wants the money really bad.
Yeah. So
I don't know.
at this point, also this next day, people are trying to find out from Bailey who told her. It's still not completely clear to everyone who told her. So, but I thought this was interesting. Bailey wants to protect Brian. Bailey feels grateful that Brian was brave enough to share this with
the
her.
one person.
And so she says it wasn't Brian, and he came to me. We were talking about something else, but someone told me, but it wasn't Brian.
She covers for him.
She said it was everyone. So I take back my stupid comment. She's definitely not stupid.
Yeah.
She is really smart, and she's a diplomat.
Yeah.
She said everyone, and it's, you know what? It's none of anyone's business.
Yeah.
It's like she's told them in no uncertain terms, this is the end of the conversation, mind your own business. And they're still probing.
Oh yeah, no one can seem to take that answer and accept it.
And they're talking about why is it Brian's business to tell Bailey what he told her, and yet they're all butting in and saying, well, who told you? What's the difference?
Totally. Yeah. It's like, mind your own relationship.
Beeswax.
Exactly. Yeah. Dale was driving me nuts this episode, which he has been for a while.
Girl.
But he was saying Brian is being dishonest. And it's like, this is actually the complete opposite of that. He is the only one who told Bailey the truth.
Yeah.
Just because he's breaking your so-called bro code and sharing something that was told in confidence by a guy, I was disappointed to hear Andrew.
I was disappointed
talking about
in
the
the majority
bro
of
code.
them. Can you
Spencer
imagine?
also was voting Brian off the
I'm
island.
surprised to hear Spencer, because you think he's clean cut.
Yeah.
And
It's a disappointment, I am telling you.
All the guys, I think, are just buying into this.
A lot of the
weird-
girls too, though.
No,
And
that's true.
that was like, okay, the guys, whatever, guys can be guys and whatever, back each other. That happens. But I swear to God, with the girls backing the guys, I was like, you are all insane.
The only girl, well, maybe there were two gals. Definitely Kat was backing Dale and was agreeing that Brian should go.
Yeah.
It's are you just
Maybe-
backing your man, or are you actually feeling that?
I think they just didn't like Brian.
And
And I
that's
think
not a good reason
They
either.
didn't. I think they didn't trust him either. Of if you know some dirt on us, are you going to use it against us next week? But it's well, maybe then you should keep your side of the street clean.
Yes!
and not be a jerk.
It's oh, you don't want people to say things about you that are true,
Maybe
that are
be
bad.
nice.
Maybe just don't do bad things and people won't repeat the things you've done.
yeah,
or don't tell your secrets.
right.
It's Jeremy didn't have to fess up to Brian. Oh, I just called Susie and I would propose to her right now.
Keep it to yourself,
Yeah.
man. If you don't,
If you don't want it getting out.
right. Oh my gosh. Yeah. So
Jeremy
oh, goodness.
is so crazy.
So yeah, we see now it's so it's 2 hours until the rose ceremony and
Right.
the voting time. So all of the people in Paradise are going to have a chance to vote off one man, since the men have the roses this week. And it's just a majority vote type of situation.
Yeah, it's a token elimination, so they're like voting with like tokens.
Yes.
And the woman that they're with gets voted off too.
Right. And Jonathan and Leia, as we talked about earlier, reminder, they are safe because they won the competition this week.
The rendezvous,
One of the very few couples that don't have a romantic connection, but they are safe this week.
They are.
So
Ironic.
So Jonathan gets to,
somehow he skates by every single week.
every single time.
it is incredible.
Every time.
Lucky guy.
He's a smooth operator.
So 2 hours to voting. Before we get to the voting, we see Parisa is like trying to get trying to get Brian to go talk with Jeremy. She's like, we have a target on our back now. We're going to get voted off the island.
Resolve this.
Can you please go talk with Jeremy and try and like fix this? I was just wondering, like, is she delusional? Like, what kind of conversation do you think Brian is going to have to convince Jeremy that everything's cool? Like, there's no way.
Parisa's just like literally on her last, like,
It's the last option.
like her last ditch effort.
Yes.
No conversation in the world can fix this.
No, like she's just like, please, she's just trying to do anything at this point. Yeah. What's the word? Throwing a.
I like
throw me a safety net.
I know what you're thinking, but I can't. It's not in my head.
100%.
This is where Andrew... So, that conversation doesn't go well between Brian and Jeremy. If anything, I think Brian admits to Jeremy, right, that it came up. He kind of fibs and says, well, I was talking with her, and then Susie came up.
Yeah, in conversation.
He gets around it.
But essentially, he tells a little bit of a tall tale, but he tells Jeremy it was him that talked to Bailey. Yeah. Which Jeremy essentially knew, but now he knows for sure. Yeah. And he's like, oh, you're going down.
Which is ridiculous, but whatever.
Yeah.
And then he decides, it's just better to come clean to everyone. Yeah. Which he does.
He does. He tells everybody, huh? And they're not impressed.
No, pretty much they knew it.
They knew it, but yeah. And it's so interesting. I'm like, okay, Wells also has not been my favorite person. I feel like he makes a lot of rude comments.
I love Wells. I know you know I love Wells.
I have enjoyed Wells.
Yeah.
I just have have such a crush on him. He's so cute.
But this was the first time I was like, Wells, yes, thank you. Because Wells is sitting behind the bar, like watching all of the crazy drama, and he's like, wait a second. So Brian is the one who goes and tells Bailey the truth of like what's been happening behind her back.
Well, everyone else decides.
Now, we're all mad at Brian,
at the one person,
not Jeremy, for hiding this from Bailey, who's super cool and we all love her. Why?
They're all mad at the one person who does the right thing.
Yeah, the only person whose morals are righteous and standing up for what's right, and you're mad at Brian and everyone else is like for Jeremy. It doesn't make sense.
It doesn't make any sense.
But Wells, yes, he saw what all of us were seeing on the screen from home. And he just like called it out, and we are all in agreement.
Yeah, I appreciated that.
So we love you, Wells.
Wells is my favorite part of this whole show.
Yes, thank you, Wells.
Thank you, Wells.
I love you, Wells.
We get to see some of their votes, not everyone's votes, but we did get to see like some people specifically voting who they wanted to vote for.
Right. So, right. Okay. So during the cocktail party, the whole point is trying to figure out the intentions, who said what. When they finally figure out, then they are like, okay. I don't know. It doesn't actually show people like discussing who, which, necessarily like. That's why I was surprised at seeing a lot of the people who put certain tokens in, like,
Right.
oh, really? That's the person you're voting for?
Yeah. Yeah, there was some discussion. Like, I forget
Okay.
who it was. I think Jeremy was, like, going around talking to people and was like, oh, like, who's gonna vote Brian out? And, like, the guys were kind of comparing notes of who was on board to vote Brian out. But, and there was discussion, too, of do we want to vote out Kathy and Keith because they're friend vibes, they're not a real couple.
I remember that. That's true.
People were saying, too, if Jonathan wasn't safe, he would be a clear person to vote out because he's just gotten by too many times without a real connection.
A floater.
But that's irrelevant for this ceremony.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then Kim, because of his health issues.
Yeah. So a few of the women we see do vote for Kim
Yeah.
to leave because of his health issues.
Yeah. We do.
We see Kim votes for Keith.
Yeah.
I'm really sad. Well, we'll get to it.
Okay.
We see a whole slew of people put their chip in to vote Brian out.
So many.
So then we're left in suspense. What's going to happen?
Yeah. So what were you guys thinking at this point?
I mean, I was like, it seems like so many of them are against Brian, but again, because the producers always like to trick us, I was like, I wouldn't be like surprised if it was Brian, but I also think it might be someone else because they're trying, that's what they want us to think, but they want to surprise us in the end.
I figured they would keep Brian in because, they want that good versus evil dynamic in the show.
Yeah.
Brian versus
Like a villain.
Jeremy, even though they're both villains.
Sure.
Different villains. Yeah.
Yeah, they totally are.
And so I kind of figured Kim would be the one going.
Okay.
Just because I figured that villain versus villain or good versus evil
Play out good.
would play out for the audience. Yeah.
So do you think producers had a hand in that at all? In keeping Brian?
I don't know. I kind of think producers do have a hand in these kind of shows.
Oh, absolutely.
Big
they have
Brother
they have a
and
hand in all of the
Survivor
shows.
and
I just wonder if they had a hand
Bachelor.
in the token elimination specifically.
I don't know. Somehow they must. Because
yeah.
if you look at
You don't know.
Bachelor
You don't know.
and Bachelorette, they always keep that one person that everyone wants to go out.
Oh, sure. And they all sign NDAs, so it's like they couldn't say it anyway. They probably, just take advantage of that. And they're like, they can't talk about it, so we'll just do it.
Yeah.
But we don't ever know, and that's the whole thing.
Yeah.
We won't ever know unless we work on the back scenes of that show.
I mean, if the powers that be ever listen to this podcast, they're going to say, don't ever let Lynnette back on this.
No, there's that Netflix show called Unreal that's like based off of this whole series, or that's based off of The Bachelor and like how they run it, like based off of the producer's perspective. It's very interesting. You see how cutthroat it is and awful, but yeah, it's we watch it for a reason. We are here and we are fans. So
It's true.
Yeah.
It's true. So the rose ceremony, it's all the usual recipients.
Yep.
Jonathan gives his to Leia. Spencer gives his to Jess.
Andrew to Alex, Dale to Kat, Sean to Alicia, Keith and Kathy,
Jeremy to Bailey. And so we are left now. 2 men left, Brian and Kim.
Who's it gonna be? Who's gonna be offered the final rose to give to their woman?
Mm-hmm.
Is it gonna be Captain Kim, or is it gonna be Brian?
Brian and Priest.
Yeah. So
Our Jersey couple.
Jersey wins out tonight.
And tonight, yes, Jersey went out.
Yeah, no, I do feel like producers must have had, at least they were talking to maybe some of the people who couldn't decide who to vote for and got
That's a
them
way
to
to do
vote
it.
off
That's a thought.
Kim. Of like, oh, come on, ladies, like, Kim is really having some serious issues. We might need to get him checked out in Washington.
Right,
We're not
like-
sure if these heart monitors
Like they got into the
doing
girls'
enough.
hearts.
Yeah.
That's why the boys didn't vote, but you see a lot of the young girls
Yeah.
vote. Oh, that's an interesting observation.
Maybe.
Or just like, yeah.
See, but yeah. So we're saying goodbye to Kim
Yes.
and Faith, which man, oh man, it just really bums me out, and I'm so curious to hear your opinion, Lynnette. But the Goldens, now we're only left with one golden couple.
No.
The only golden couple left is Kathy and Keith.
No.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I didn't even.
And
What?
This left me thinking, like, I would have much rather had all the Goldens there the
No.
entire time, not participating in the rose ceremonies, mingling amongst themselves and amongst with the younger crew, and just like kind of doing their own thing, but not being part of the elimination. Because I just feel like
Morgan.
the way the young ones are talking too, of like, okay, we're probably going to continue to get rid of the Goldens. They're not going to be part of this big competition, and it's like,
They
they're
see them
one of
as
my
like
favorite-
weaklings or something.
Yeah, I don't
it's
know.
horrible.
It's just, I just feel like they didn't get as much time in the show, so that was such a bummer to see early on.
Yeah.
The
Well,
people.
especially the way they marketed them
Yeah.
is they made it seem like, oh, we're bringing the Goldens in this year, and then flop.
Yeah, they've been
And
like
then
some of the
flop.
best moments of the season, but they didn't get to be
They really have
a
brought
part
us.
of it nearly for long enough. And so I would have rather had them be part of it the entire time. Maybe keep bringing more in, and maybe that's kind of like the fun dynamic that mixes it up, because it's like, oh, are you going to stay with this person you've already connected with or match with someone else? But let's just have them there the whole time. I don't think they need to be part of this cutthroat elimination process.
It wasn't an injustice to them. Yeah.
Or
I
you know
agree
what
with
I
that,
also
Morgan.
would have liked to see alternatively to your idea is like bring them in as advisors.
Oh, mentors.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Just to have them there.
Morgan likes this idea.
Giving advice, but they could also be mingling in the background.
Right.
They
And,
could
like,
have fun
kissing
too,
and-
and like be at the bar, be at the pool, just kind of be
Yes.
around for advice. Get rid of Hannah and
We did see them give good advice, though, this season to the younger ones. So to step into that role would actually make sense for them. But please don't take Wells away.
no.
Hannah's good, too.
Brian could have been, saying, "What would you do?"
Yeah,
or
he needed some advice.
yeah, he needed some
Jeremy
advice.
too.
Yeah.
Oh,
Bailey too. Everyone to have like
Dale.
they're a confidant. Oh, Dale too.
when Gary talked
my
to
gosh.
Dale and he interrupted. that was
I mean, those could
so...
have been some good conversations.
Absolutely, Mom.
I know.
I would
Absolutely.
have liked to have seen that.
Definitely.
I like that idea.
Yeah, me too.
Hey, Bachelor World, are you listening?
Yeah. From a golden perspective.
It's what we need.
And I mean, even as Kim and Faith were leaving, I just really have appreciated like how grateful all the Goldens are just like to be there, and like it's not about a competition, it's not about the money. It's just like, oh, this is such a cool and fun opportunity. And they're just like grateful for the time they're there. They're not leaving in tears or angry, how sometimes the young ones are.
True.
They're just like leaving from a place of gratitude instead of like from this place of like, Why?
Yeah. It's the experience.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, it's the adventure. It's all of that.
Yeah.
So they saluted Captain Kim
I love that.
and Faith off into the night.
Oh, I love that. And then, let's see, I think I made a note. Something about, the producers, I think, asked if Captain Kim was smiling at the end. Oh my gosh, I loved his response. He said, "Yep, that's a smile." And I mean, yeah, he wasn't, the Goldens aren't sad. I mean, he was happy, and even someone like him, you know, he's got the best sense of humor, but he deadpans it. And yeah, I just love him for that, even though I may not have loved him in the past. But yeah, he's a good guy. And you know what? I'm not really sad for them because I think that they're gonna continue in the outside world.
Yeah.
I really do.
I want to see what you guys think about that.
I know. Fortunately, they both live in the state of Washington. We
Yeah.
learned, and he even said something like that on his way out. Like, we're gonna work on our connection.
But
outside.
Morgan, the horse thing from last week killed me when I was listening. They were like, "Oh my God!" Faith said she was willing to leave or to move for Kim, and you guys were just
That blew us away. It was like, wow, I think she really feels strongly for him if she's willing to leave the homestead.
She was
and
willing to leave the horses.
Well,
So-
I'm not going to get too excited because
No.
it's only been 2 weeks.
I can't get over her leaving her horses. She can't do that.
I think they'll be friends, and I think that they're going to try and see what
Yeah.
happens.
Yes.
So, you know, it's nice. You know, it was a nice connection, and we'll see what happens.
Yeah,
We will.
definitely.
Yeah.
And so this is where this week ends.
Whew.
But we get a teaser for what's to come.
Oh yes,
What
for
did
next
you think
week.
of this teaser?
Well, next week is another test.
They're doing a treasure hunt.
A treasure hunt,
And-
and 2 women will be eliminated
Yes.
in a group vote.
Uh-huh.
And it seems like lots of tension between everyone, lots of gossip.
Lots of talking of gameplay and strategy.
Yeah. Yeah. A lot of strategy, a lot of drama. Yeah, just this dynamic of like, should we be getting rid of the strongest couple because they're the biggest threat? Or should we be getting rid of these couples that are not romantic couples? So yeah, just interesting how they're trying to like winnow it down.
It is interesting, like trying to see like what exactly their thoughts are on getting to the end.
Yeah, so we'll see what happens.
Yeah, because I'm sure each couple has their own thing in mind of how they're going to get there.
Yeah, their game plan.
Yeah, but you know, everyone's got one, so it's gonna be interesting.
And we'll see what the producers want.
Yes, because they have a way of swaying the story where they want it to go.
right.
They sure do.
We know your game producers.
They're experts in
We're
their
all
field.
Oh, well, this has been so much fun.
I know, and I am so excited for Lisa to listen to this episode.
Oh, I know, me too.
Yeah.
She's gonna get a kick out of it.
Yes.
She'll be jealous. She wasn't here with us.
But she is enjoying her honeymoon, and I'm sure she'll be back on with you next week, Morgan.
Her baby moon.
Her yes, Lauren, right? Her baby moon
Baby moon in paradise.
in paradise. So, you know, we are so happy to have you tuning in to Professionals in Paradise.
Definitely.
Thank you, Morgan, for having me as a guest and my mom as a guest.
Oh.
And for letting us cover for Lisa.
Oh,
We're
my gosh.
so
Thank you.
This has been so much fun. So
has
I'm
been.
so grateful. I'm gonna put in a little plug at the end too. It's extra special because Lynnette was the Girl Scout leader for Lisa and I all growing up from when we were little girls, and so she's been a big part of my life, and it's so fun and special to cover the episode together and just like laugh and giggle about all this silly stuff.
It was a lot of fun. So much fun to reunite with you.
Yes.
And yeah, I had a lot of fun tonight.
Oh.
Good being with you, Morgan and Anna.
Well, we will
Yeah, see you next week.
see you next week.
Thanks.
And we will also, don't forget, but Lisa is going to be, when she comes back from her baby moon, I believe she has to watch this episode still. So I don't know if she'll watch it first or if she'll tune in first. But either way, you will hear her thoughts on this episode. So
definitely.
stay tuned for those. All right, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.